great. Well, I'm off to go kill myself.
All right, game number 1 after not being uploading for a few days. And I went to California for a few days. I want to talk about some of the stuff I did down there. Firstly, I actually tried In-N-Out and Raising Cane's like I said I was going to in the previous day. And now I can finally give my thoughts on the place. So first up was In-N-Out. There were a lot of people there when I went there, and it was late at night too. Well, I guess late is kind of funny because, well, I'm in a different time zone than California is, so it felt late to me, but to them it probably wasn't all too late. But there were so many people there, and I'm like, Jesus, is it always this packed? And their menu was super simple, at least at the one I went to. It seemed like if there was no indoor seating, it was all outdoor. So it may have been like an older location. I'm not so sure. I don't have an In-N-Out near me since, other side of the country. There's no In-N-Outs over here. Or if there is, it's probably like super far away. But yeah, I tried it. I decided I'm not going to try and go for any of the secret menu stuff or any of the variations you can get of your food. I decided to try the just the base level stuff, like how they taste on their own. And honestly, In-N-Out's fine. In-N-Out's all right. I thought the burger was really good. I liked it. However, I felt like it was just a tad too messy. Near the end of eating the burger, it would just was falling apart in my hand. It was like, Jesus, how sloppy is this thing? And then the fries were all right. I feel like when it comes to fries in fast food restaurants, it's either hit or miss or just meh. Hit or miss or meh. Just take it like that. But the fries I had were just kind of all right. They're not gonna blow me away or anything. It's just I like them. They serve their purpose. Their refilling was kind of odd though. I haven't been to a fast food restaurant where in order to refill your drink, they get a cup of the drink and pour it into your cup. Most of the time, you either have a fountain that you yourself go to refill it, or they just take your cup, put it to the fountain inside, and that's how they refill it. I've never had a place get a cup of your drink and pour it into your cup. I've never had that happen to me before. Maybe it's more common for In-N-Out to do that, but I don't know. Any other restaurant I've been to just doesn't do that. The second place I tried, which is actually in my state, but just somewhere that's just a place that's harder to get to, was it was Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's, it was fine. It was a fine restaurant. I didn't think it was bad. However, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. The sauce was that was the main thing that I was worried I wasn't gonna like, because if I don't like the chicken, or I just don't think the chicken is as good as people say, then that's fine. I was so worried that I wasn't gonna like the sauce at all. I was so concerned that I was just not gonna like the sauce, because the sauce is what everyone likes about the place. Which, does kind of mean okay, what does that say about the actual chicken, the actual food that you're eating? But I tried it, and my honest thoughts are this. The chicken itself was okay, kind of lacked in seasoning. The bread was all right. That's where the sauce comes in. The sauce is it's weird. For me, it works on certain foods there, but it also doesn't. On the actual chicken itself, okay, because on the actual chicken itself, it's whatever. It feels more like the replacement for the spice that is not there. I'm not talking about heat. I'm talking about the actual spices and seasonings. It feels like it's a replacement for all that stuff on there that is just not present on the actual in the actual sauce itself. It sort of feels it feels like it's like compensating for the lack of seasoning in the chicken. Now, on the bread, oh yeah, there were fries. On the fries, it's okay. But on the bread, it tasted really fucking good. By itself, the sauce is just fine. Overall, I think Raising Cane's, it's not a bad restaurant. It's just a very overhyped one. And I think that all that hype sort of gave me a bloated expectation of what to think about the restaurant. So in turn, it may have been thought worse, but I don't know. It doesn't really seem like a place that I would really want to go back to, you know? I would much rather go back to that fucking restaurant. But I would much rather go back to Raising Cane's than Dave's Hot Chicken. I gotta tell you all about this, okay? Dave's Hot Chicken has been so fucking hyped for so long. Like, anytime I've seen it, everyone's like, dude, you gotta try Dave's Hot Chicken. It's so good. And so one day, me and my brother and two of our friends, we decided, hey, let's go to Dave's Hot Chicken since we were in town. And we decided, you know, there's one near us. So we might as well go there and try out Dave's Hot Chicken. When I tell you that shit was so overhyped, I am not exaggerating in the fucking slightest. I think not Raising Cane's, I think Dave's Hot Chicken is the opposite of Raising Cane's, where I thought Raising Cane's had little to no seasoning on their chicken. I think Dave's Hot Chicken had way too much seasoning on it. I'm alright with spicy stuff, you know, I can handle some spice. And I'm not like a little bitch when it comes to spice. But like, there was just way too much of it on there. I feel as if, like, okay, like, in terms of, like, the spice whenever I had it there wasn't, like, too bad, at least, like, the level I got. I thought, you know, if I'm gonna try Dave's Hot Chicken, I think the best place to do is to do the baseline middle of the road of the spice. So that's what I got. There wasn't too much heat to it, but honestly, I didn't mind that. The problem with me is that there was way too much seasoning on the actual fucking chicken itself. Because, like, holy shit, when you pick up just one tender of that fucking thing, it looks like you've been eating Doritos for 35 minutes on your fingertips after picking it up once, a single time. So I'm like, why the fuck would I want to eat here again if it's this goddamn messy? But, you know, I'm not opposed to messy foods. I'm not opposed to messy things. I like me a Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joes are really good. I like those. You know, sloppy foods aren't bad. It's just that, like, I would rather eat at a different chicken place because Dave's Hot Chicken also just tasted fine. It was okay. I will say, though, the cane sauce, like their signature sauce, because a lot of these restaurants have, like, their own sauce. I feel like Chick-fil-A was, like, really the restaurant to sort of popularize having your own sauce. But, dude, Dave's sauce with their fries are really fucking good. If I ever go back to Dave's Hot Chicken, that is, like, the only thing I'm getting there. That is, like, the one thing I am buying from Dave's Hot Chicken. Something else that I did there for the first time was go to a rainforest cafe. And I gotta say, it's a weird place, Rainforest Cafe. It wasn't bad. Rainforest Cafe was not a bad place. It was an interesting place, I'll give it that. I thought the food was alright. You know, like, Rainforest Cafe, the food's kind of known for not being, like, extraordinary, but, you know, not bad either. I liked the atmosphere within it, but honestly, I don't think I'll go back. It's so fucking expensive to eat there. There was a steak I got, you know, the steak was just like, okay. That shit was $40 fucking dollars. I could go to, like, Logan's Steakhouse and just, like, get a steak there that is really good for a lot cheaper. And also, there's no Rainforest Cafes where I live, so very unfortunate. Not like they're gonna build one. The restaurant's basically dying. The only place it's probably gonna be open in, like, the next few years is the Disney park that it's in. It's gonna be at Animal Kingdom and at Disney Springs, and after that, quite literally nowhere else. So yeah, Rainforest Cafe was alright. I also ate at a Hard Rock Cafe again. Last time I ate at a Rainforest Cafe, a Hard Rock Cafe was whenever I went down to Tennessee, and you know it was alright. The Rainforest Cafe. I keep getting Rainforest Cafe and Rock Hard. The Hard Rock Cafe mixed up. Last time I ate there, I was at Tennessee, and I ate there again since there was one in California in Hollywood Boulevard. And, you know, it was alright too. I will say, though, they really need to get pictures for their fucking desserts because it was me and my dad. We were there at Hard Rock Cafe since my brother was off doing something else there. And what was happening is that me and him, we were eating there, you know, the food was pretty good, it was pretty filling, and we decided, you know, we're on vacation. Let's get some dessert, you know? So I was initially wanting to get a this apple cobbler kind of thing. And I didn't get it because I was afraid that I wasn't going to like it, so I got some chocolate ice cream instead. So my dad was like, okay, I'll get the apple cobbler so you can try it. So, you know, we order it, but then our waitress comes back and says, we're sorry to tell you, but we're out of the apple cobbler. And it's like, okay, then I'll get the brownie. And, you know, he was under the assumption, and fairly so, that the brownie would be about the size of the apple cobbler, since the apple cobbler in the picture, you know, seemed like, you know, the size of a brownie. However, when we got our desserts, mine was, you know, came in a standard, you know, chocolate ice cream sort of like cup. It was in like a milkshake cup, and it was like a few scoops of chocolate ice cream. What I didn't expect was my dad's brownie. When it came out to him, it was in a ginormous margarita glass with a shit ton of whipped cream and ice cream on top of it with chocolate syrup and a lot of chocolate syrup and sprinkles on it. It was fucking huge, that thing was. The direct that happened a few days ago. I honestly thought it was a pretty alright direct. I think some of the stuff with Mario's 40th anniversary is cool, but some of it is also sort of just like, what? Like the Mario Galaxy re-releases. Now, it's very weird, those re-releases and how they're being done, because like, we already have Galaxy 1 on Switch, so you're porting it again? Now, obviously, I know the answer to why Nintendo's doing it. It's money. Okay? It'll always be money with Nintendo. If they found any fucking loophole to port Mario 64 back on its own dedicated release and charge $60 fucking dollars, not even $60, $70 for it, because it's Mario 64, they would find a way to do it. Just straight up. Listen, I love Nintendo. I've grown up with Nintendo for so long. Even I fucking know that, yeah, Nintendo would absolutely find a way to re-release that game and charge you $70 fucking dollars for the game. But there was some cool stuff. Like, for as weird as I think putting Galaxy 1 on Switch again is, I do like that we finally got a port of Galaxy 2, because that game has just sort of been stuck on the Wii ever since it came out. And now we have the sequel coming out to the Mario movie, which is going to be a Mario Galaxy film, which honestly, really fucking cool. I'm glad that that's happening. We'll finally get to see that story happen on there. I think the first Mario movie is pretty alright. You know, it's about what I expected from a Mario movie made by like current year Nintendo. Also, just shout on that guy, by the way. But I feel like this next movie really needs to be a giant improvement from the original one, because the original Mario movie had some issues. I think its biggest issue was undoubtedly the pacing of the film. The pacing of the movie was just god awful. It moved at like 70 miles a minute. It's like, you couldn't have anything like a moment of brevity to breathe for anything to like process. it was just constantly go, go, go the entire film. So since this is an adaptation of Galaxy, and Galaxy does have a more involved story, kinda, compared to other Mario games, I really feel like Nintendo and Illumination really need to let this movie breathe a lot more compared to how the original Mario movie did it. So hopefully it's good, and I also hope that they let fucking the composer from last movie actually do his thing. Because like Brian Tyler's score, if I'm getting the name right, was pretty good for that film. I like how it incorporates like a lot of like themes and motifs from other Mario games into the score. I just really hope that Illumination sort of backs off on the whole needle dropping that they had in the last movie, because last movie's needle dropping was fucking bad. Yeah, I hope the second Mario movie is good. I hope that Rosalina's backstory is done pretty well, because like Peach's backstory was just like, it was non-existent. Like it was there in the movie, but you never really got to like take it in, because like, you know, the movie was moving at like 70,000 miles per second. So hopefully with this next movie, they let things breathe, and especially they give Rosalina's backstory time to breathe, because out of any of the Mario characters, she has undoubtedly probably one of the more tragic backstories of the series. So hopefully Illumination and Nintendo will let it breathe and give it the time it needs to unravel. I also hope that in the movie we get to see more of Luigi, because the last movie we didn't really get to see too much of Luigi, since he was sort of just like the thing they had to save. I got I checked out a few other things while I was down in California as well. I didn't just go to restaurants and that's it. I went to Amoeba Records, which is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the larger record stores in America. And it was really cool. It was a pretty cool place. There was a lot of music, although I only ended up leaving there with a record and a movie. But I got there, I got a Masayoshi Takanaka vinyl, and I got Memoir of a Snail, which is a movie that is fucking fantastic, and I highly encourage anyone to watch it. I really want to do a video about the stuff that dude's made, because like what he's made is really good. The last thing I got down there was actually a physical copy of Psychonauts. I've been wanting the original Xbox version of Psychonauts for quite a long time, since, you know, it's my favorite game. I might as well own a physical copy of it. So I'm like, I finally got one. And honestly, for way cheaper than I thought. I honestly thought that game was being sold for like a lot more online, but as it turns out, no. At that game store, they were selling the game for $35, which I'm like, you know, that's really good. I was not expecting to get Psychonauts at that big of a discount. So getting it at that price, I was like, hell yeah, dude. So I'm very happy that I finally got myself a physical copy of one of my favorite games ever.
Hey, I got in trouble, y'all.
You got in trouble?
Yep.
What'd you do?
On that grade.
Okay, I see someone. I see someone. I'm about to go fight him. Watch, I'm about to blow that fucker up. If they don't know. Oh my god! Dude, nasty accuracy, holy shit. Oh fuck. Oh fuck! Oh my god. Fuck! Shit! Get away from me. Get away from me! It's the one thing I don't miss is the laser accuracy of some of these players. Oh shit. That's just me being dumb. Fuck off. Oh my fucking god. Oh shit! Oh! Medi, now. Med missed it. Med messed it up. This was a mistake. This was a mistake! Okay. Woo! Ah, shit. Holy shit! Oh my god. I'm bad. I'm bad at Fortnite. I'm bad at everything. Oh, wait. Yo, what's good? Bye. Holy shit. Oh! Oh! Nah. What? What? Get me out of there! What the fuck? I missed? I missed? Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god! Get me out of here now! Get me out! Hey. Oh! It's Power Ranger. It's Power Ranger. Fuck. Nah. Nah, different. Nah, I'm different. Get the fuck out of here. Bye-bye. It's the fucking Power Ranger! Laser accuracy. What am I telling you? Oh, get fucking on! Actually, you know what? Fine. Fucking keep it. Ah! Ah! We're getting out of here. Okay. From all the way over there. Great. Fucking awesome. Fantastic. Oh, shit. This is getting stressful. This is getting really stressful. That dude over there is just in like a sniper duel with some dude. And honestly, I'm just gonna let them, Actually, no, it's not. It was my chance. Call me a conflict avoiding little bitch all you want, but like, I'm trying to think strategically on what'll keep me alive and what will make me win this fucking game. Yes! Holy shit! Actual fucking legend. Actual fucking legend. Actually, I'm not a legend. I am just some dude who happened to get a good kill in fucking Fortnite. That's good. Fuck. Fuck. Drink. Actually, drink the slurp. I'm dying to the storm. I'm dying to the storm. Get me out of here. Now. Whew! I'm not living. I'm not living. I'll sing the melody when you say yeah. I'll say no when you say so. All I want to do is go, go, go. You. However the fucking song goes, I cannot sing it accurately right now. I'm down, bitch. No, 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 no. Fuck you. No! No! Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm back now. Daily videos are back up. Okay, bye.